9 p.m. on Sunday. The weekend is done and I hope you have been keeping well throughout this weekend. And now it is time to get you informed. Let's get a short intro and then we'll be back. My name is Yvonne. Kemuma on the sign language interpretation. We have Eugene Wafula. Engage with us on X at KUTV_Kenya and at Kemuma_Monari. Now, the Ministry of Education will ensure that all school-aged children report for the second term on Monday. This is according to a team of officers who spoke following a one-week mop-up exercise in Turkana counties, Kakuma and Kalobey refugee camps. The authorities confirmed that numerous The team led by the Turkana County Director of Education, Dr. Henry Lubanga, finding that 374 education scholarship students are absent from schools due to a variety of issues, including but not limited to teenage pregnancies, early marriages, truancy, and relocation to other counties. Dr. Lubanga emphasized that while learners in the camps face numerous challenges, these should not be used as an excuse to drop out of school.
Ninasihi siku ya leo mtusaidie tuweze kutafuta hao watoto. Na kwa sababu mashule zinafunguliwa next week, tukipata hao watoto tutaweza kuambia warudi kwa shule. Because you are aware that the future of this world, the future of any country is in the hands of the youth.
County would like to have all the children go to school, and particularly those ones who have been given the opportunity to do a LIM scholarship. Use this opportunity well and make use of it and get quality education. As a county, we promise to support the initiatives and ensure that those learners who are here to be traced are traced through the mechanisms and structures are established in the camp and the settlement, and have them join school.
The Ministry of Labor and Social Protection is relying on artificial intelligence (AI) to eliminate workplace dangers that could result in fatalities and severe impairments. Dr. Andrew Muruka, the Director of Occupational Safety and Health Services, says by appropriately leveraging digitization, the government will not only increase productivity but also reduce tragedies in the construction and agricultural sectors. The declaration included a plea to the government to prioritize funding for mental health in the workplace, even in the age of digitization. Over the past week, several activities have been held, including training workers in both the informal and formal sectors on occupational safety and the process of claiming compensation in cases of workplace injuries.
We have concluded the National Occupational Safety and Health Conference, and alongside the theme, we also touched on the issues on how we can use artificial intelligence and digitalization to improve our workers' safety in all sectors of the economy. We noted that artificial intelligence and digitalization are immediately critical in the most hazardous sectors of the economy, and this include construction sector, heavy machinery sector, and heavy manufacturing, and also in agriculture. So these are areas that require the use of artificial intelligence so that we relieve the human workers of the burden associated with hazards that they have to face. So for example, we can use wearable devices to detect occupational exposure for workers in agriculture, and thereby be able to establish if any worker is exposed before the exposure exceeds occupational exposure limits.
Now, a section of Seventh-day Adventist Church members in Kisii County have raised serious concerns regarding the management of a major community health center. The protesters marched from the Bomachoge-Borabu area expressing their dissatisfaction with the leadership at Riokindo Health Center and unanimously calling for the urgent reforms into the leadership structures. Additionally, the members are appealing to the president of the Southeast Kenya Field, Pastor James Ondabu, to intervene, citing that the once crucial facility is being left in a dilapidated state.
Kianza kusema kama ushahidi, kuna treasurer wa SCEF sahi hawako pamoja kwa sababu anachukua mamlaka mkononi, anafanya vile anataka. Kitu kingine kinachosumbua hospitali hii ni pesa zinazoingia. Ni yeye peke yake anajua na ni ngapi anatoa na ni ngapi zimebakia.
Appealing to our leaders to come down to sit with the community development people, so that we can forge our way forward on how we can improve our facility Riokindo, so that it may save the lives of our people whenever they had a problem on medical issues.
Now, the Sports Cabinet Secretary Salim Vuria has called on the country's leadership to exercise political tolerance and champion a development-based agenda that will enhance service delivery to the citizenry. The CS was speaking during
ya kuunganisha vile rais wetu na baba wote wana nia ya kuunganisha Kenya. Mimi nawaomba tuwaunge mkono ili hii nchi isiwe ni nchi ya makabila, iwe ni nchi ya Wakenya.
Mimi nasema kama kiongozi wenu, mimi si mjinga na mimi sina tamaa ya kibinafsi. Mimi wakati wa Moi nilipewa 20 million wachane na IPK. Nikamwambia kaeni na hiyo pesa yenu. And that is why mpaka leo naheshimika. Kwa sababu gani? Si mtu wa kununuliwa. Ukiangalia hii maneno yote ya Lunga Unuse ya wapi, kama ningekuwa kiongozi wa kutumiwa na watu wengine, watu wetu wangekuwa wametolewa kila mahali.
Lakini nimweleze baba yetu Raila, tunampenda, tunamwenzi, tuko na yeye, anatusaidia katika serikali. Lakini inapofika katika jambo la NGCDF, naona kidogo amepoteza network. Haiwezekani hawa wananchi wote walioko hapa wanasema NGCDF iendelee, lakini wewe unasema NGCDF isiendelee. Hapo kidogo naona unakosea wananchi na tunakupenda.
Lakini mimi nasema kama Mama Zamzam, kwa vile amechukua Hassan Ali Joho yuko ndani, kwa vile amechukua Mvuria yuko ndani, kwa vile amechukua mashetani anafanya kazi, mimi nasema Ruto tumwache afanye kazi yake ya mali.
Now, the Ministry of Health says that 153 cases of cholera has been recorded in 3 counties of Migori, Kisumu and Nairobi. Speaking during a church service in Shungu, Kirinyaga County, for Health Mary Muthoni said that 53 cases while 44.
Therefore, we have enhanced our surveillance across the country to ensure that we have surveillance activities which are strengthening the communities to ensure there is early detection of any form of disease. We have also had laboratory investigations enhanced so that we test all our diseases in this country and any outbreak in the country. We are scaling up our risk communication. Information and messaging should go to the people. I'm calling upon all the stakeholders, the church, the religious leaders, the donor community, the schools, Ministry of Education. The schools are opening next week. So I'm calling upon each one of them to help us with messaging and help us with risk communication that will get to the people on what to do and what not to do.
Now on TV Weekend Live, we are due for our first break and then we'll be back with more stories. So I wish to see you on the other side.
solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more only on Law Matters.
Ungana nami Malkia wa Taarab katika mitindo ya kipwani hapa KUTV. Yaani tunapozungumzia mitindo ya kipwani basi unaona napigwa na mawimbi makali sana ya baharini kutoka katika ufuo wa hoteli moja inayofahamika kama North Coast Beach Hotel, ambao ndio wadhamini wa kipindi hiki cha mitindo ya kipwani. Penzi mtazamaji, kwenye mitindo ya kipwani hutakosa kupata mapishi ya vyakula vya kipwani. Yaani hapa tunazungumzia vyakula vilivyokolezwa na kukorombezwa. Iliki, karafuu, abdalasini, samaki wa baharini, vyakula vilivyopikwa na kusukwa kwa kutumia nazi. Bila kusahau mazungumzo ya moja kwa moja, mazungumzo ya kusisimua na wataalam tofauti, waandishi wa vitabu waliobobea, watunzi wa kuhani mashairi. Bila kusahau mpenzi mtazamaji, taratibu zetu za taarabu na chakacha. Yaani pale ni pale ambapo viuno vya wanawake vinazungushwa kisawasawa kama panga boy za trekta ndani ya KUTV mitindo ya kipwani. Ukiwa nami na hodha wako Waridi Tamu. Usiakose matamu jamani.
Ni nguzo na uso wa jamii. Kupanda shuka akawa tuzo, ukakamavu wake ukatii na kumfanya mwenye bidii. Kwa machozi na makeke akabaini jinsi ya kuweni. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari kwa jinsi alivyo ngari. Mimi ni mwanamke mwake. Usikose kutazama kipindi cha mwanamke mwake nami Caroline Kimweli.
Welcome back. Continue engaging with us on X at KUTV_Kenya, at Kemuma_Monari. Our sign language interpreter is Eugene Wafula. Yvonne Kemuma will continue. Now, President William Ruto's absence in the country did not stop leaders allied to him from calling out his critics, led by Farouk Kibet, the majority leader Kimani Ichung'wah. The leaders today attended a church service where they called on Kenyans to exercise peace in this time where the political temperatures are escalating. The leaders lauded broad-based government, stating it has eased government undertakings, with the leaders also lauding President William Ruto for the successful visit to China, which will see several projects commissioned across the country.
Leo hii rais wa zamani akisema anapenda vijana, ule ndio unafisi ambaye inafanya Yesu awezi akarudi saa hii mpaka ule mzee ya zamani Uhuru Kenyatta abadilishe mawazo yako. Sisi kama serikali tumekubali kwamba we can be lectured by anybody from everywhere, ili tuweke bidii tufanye wananchi hawa kazi. Lakini kama wewe ulikuwa na nafasi ya miaka 10 kama rais, tuko na mwingine huko kwetu huko Bungoma anaitwa Eugene Wamalwa, alikuwa waziri miaka 18, hakulete maji, hakutumia nafasi yake kushughulikia jamii yetu, kushughulikia jamii ya Kenya. Lakini saa hii anatupiga lecture vile serikali inafaa kuongozwa, na wao walikuwa na nafasi.
Kwa nafasi hii nishukuru Mheshimiwa Rais kwa ile safari amekuwa nayo China. kuna mambo mazuri ambayo ametuletea.
Now in agribusiness news, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, has affirmed the government's efforts to streamline the fertilizer subsidy program for coffee farmers in order to sustain coffee prices, which have hit a record high between 120 to 148 shillings per kilo of cherry, first in 35 years. The second in command hinted that the new acts of parliament to govern coffee and cooperatives will be enacted and assented within the next month or two. Speaking during a consultative engagement with over 5,000 coffee farmers, the leaders of 24 cooperative societies in Embu County on Saturdays, Kindiki said that after dismantling the cartels that for decades controlled the milling, brokerage and marketing of coffee, the government has now embarked on a robust marketing of Kenyan coffee around the world.
Lazima tuboreshe usimamizi wa vyama vya ushirika vya kahawa na vyama vya ushirika vile vingine. Kwa hivyo tumesema kuendelea mbele lazima kuwa una uchaguzi wa wanaoongoza vyama vya ushirika kila baada ya miaka mitatu. Huwezi kuwa wewe ni director ama wewe ni chairman milele.
Sasa mapato ya kahawa imeanza kupanda. Kwa sababu hapa tukiwa tumeketi hapa, kuna wale wametolewa rate yao na 148, wengine 147, wengine iko chini kidogo, wengine wanangoja ikuje. Lakini tuko na matatizo ya mbolea. Kwa sababu mbolea ya kupanda mahindi inakuja ikiwa kidogo. Mtu akijaribu kupanga namna hii, anapata hakuna mbolea.
Serikali ya Kenya imesema ya kwamba italipa madeni ambayo yanadaiwa vyama vya ushirika vya kahawa katika jamhuri yetu ya Kenya.
Now, in a bid to increase food production through integration of organic resources as farm inputs and adoption of organic practices, Vihiga County has launched the agroecology policy. Speaking during the launch, Vihiga Governor Dr. Wilbur Otichilo expressed his optimism of the policy's health and economic benefits to the people and urged all residents to embrace it in order to ensure smooth implementation. On his part, the County Director of Agriculture, Ruben Chumba, promised to partner with like-minded stakeholders to ensure uptake of the policy and its implementation, as he challenged the neighboring counties to adopt the policy.
As we implement this policy, I would want, with the help of the government partners, to go further and translate this policy into law. Because eventually we must have an act which prescribes in details how we implement this law, this policy, and how everybody will be encouraged to embrace the policy in terms of principles. So it's in due course we are going to put up, we'll start the process of formulating agroecology bill that specifies on how it should be done. And once you have a bill and a law, then it obligates everybody to follow.
Now let's take a short commercial break for the second time, and then we'll be back with sports news.
name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Kemuma James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia,
they find it quite strange talking to you.
You should just make schools integrated,
inclusive setups
by providing the right facilities.
Tunachimba hadi mizizi kukuletea yanayojiri.
So mimi naomba tu serikali yetu ya Mungu jibarikiwe na Mungu iweze kuteremsha bei ya mafuta
yanayokukumba. Tuna maizi, tunakutetea sisiri. Kwa kweli ni speciali tukikupambia makala ya mwanamke mwake. Utasema hupendi mizizi ya habari. Nami Caroline.
They are powerful and influential. They make decisions in politics, education, finance, agriculture, health, sports, and all aspects of human life. But the impact of their decisions falls on you, the common citizen. KUTV Primetime News Thursday. We ask bold questions and pursue answers to the core to bring you closer to the story. We couldn't have it any other way. Join me, Auma Evans, as I raise matters of social concern to raise your voice from the background to the foreground.
Local church leaders are now calling and championing for events that nurture not just spiritually but also physical fitness, mental and social well-being. At the second edition of the much anticipated sports events, Reverend John Mburu Njoroge of ACK Canon Hesbon emphasized the importance of holistic growth, unity and fellowship values that transform participants.
At the vibrant grounds of Kenyatta University, the atmosphere was electric, not just with the competition, but with a sense of unity and purpose. Reverend George Mburu Njoroge of ACK Canon Hesbon highlighted the event's mission goes far beyond athletics. Reverend Njoroge noted the remarkable increase in turnout compared to last year.
For the sports, it is a continuation of the health activities which we always do every year in the month of August, because we focus on not only the spiritual growth in our church, but we focus on the holistic growth, which includes the spiritual, the physical, the mental, and also all other aspects of growth.
The Reverend urged participants to care for one another, reflecting the belief that as one part of the body of Christ grows, so does the whole community.
Also meant to grow our faith, because we are reminded and we are also reminding ourselves today during the church service, because this activity starts with the worship. We are reminding ourselves that we are the body of Christ, and as the body of Christ we need to take care of one another, because when one part grows, the whole body of Christ grows. When one part of the body is hurt, the entire body of Christ is hurt.
Sports, as many participants shared, can serve as a powerful catalyst for spiritual and communal growth, helping individuals connect with God and each other through teamwork and shared goals.
So far we have won 2 games and I'm glad. It helps us come together, bond, something that we are not able to do when we go to church and go home. The games bring us together and help us to know each other, bond, even our children to grow, and even physical fitness. I want to encourage everybody that they embrace that idea that these games are not to come and like do competitions, but it's supposed to help us bond and grow together as a community.
One participant from Jericho summed up the experience that sports, when rooted in faith and fellowship, can enrich lives in profound ways, turning physical activity into a celebration of unity, growth and spiritual vitality.
Our youth, they live for this day because this is where they come, they showcase what they do, and because of that you find many of them coming to church because of the activities in the church. In essence, it means we have fewer, or rather we have at least managed to get a few youth from the environment who could probably have gotten to the wrong side of living.
This sports event had become much more than a game. It was a living example of holistic development where body, mind and spirit thrive together. Brenda Nyongesa, KUTV.
On to the London marathons, where Kenya's Sebastian Sawe delivered a stunning performance to win the men's 2025 London Marathon in 2 hours, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. This second marathon victory after winning Valencia last year. Sawe broke away from the lead pack about 90 minutes in and maintained his lead to finish 70 seconds ahead of Uganda's debutant Jacob Kiplimo, the world half marathon record holder, who took second in 2 hours, 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Defending champion Alexandra Mutiso Munyao edged out Abdi Nageye for third in a photo finish, while 4-time champion Eliud Kipchoge finished 6th. Now with that, we draw the curtains here on KUTV Primetime Edition on this weekend live. So thank you very much for being with us. My name is Yvonne Kemuma. On the sign language interpretation was Eugene Wafula. Continue engaging with us on X at KUTV_Kenya, at Kemuma_Munari. We usually stream live on KUTV News Kenya, and our usual programming is on KUTV Kenya. So keep it KU.